So I've noticed that they've built a fishing port at the top here now. There's another potential port there, but this one is just a fishery there. So I'll put the brig and the well, 6 rate and the brig up there. Now the second rate and the third rates, they're the ones that I most want to get out of here, wherever they are. Where are they? That's a third rate. That one's a brig, I can leave that one behind. So we'll move that brig up. I think what I'll do is I'll just do all of these, and then you know what's happening. The new fleet is going to be in position and the old fleet is moving away, gathering to go. Okay, that's that all done. So what I've done is I've brought my bigger ships, that's these here, which is the second rates, brought those down there, and the third rate, saved them from the Indian coast. I've moved them down to the exit or entry place on the in the Indian Ocean, just to see if anything is coming on, but I haven't been able to see anything. So what I've done with these is, if you have a quick look, you see how they totally wreck, because I've gone in and out of the ports in order to totally wreck them. And over this side here, what I've done is I've moved my couple of, well, it's a brig and a sloop. I've moved those two over to release this fourth rate as well. Yes, it's a fourth rate. I'm not bringing it out of there yet, but I have of course damaged that port as well, so it's going to cost him a heck of a lot to repair that if he chooses to do so. So quick look at that, there you go, you can see that's completely wrecked. I'm now going to do the exact same thing over here in Savoy by taking this ship out of here and completely wrecking, because he's got no army in there anymore, of course, as you know, because I defeated it. So what I'm going to do now is totally wreck that port that he's got. And now of course you can see that that port is completely wrecked. We don't need to blockade it anymore, we can simply occupy it, because that will mean he won't be able to produce any ships in there either. So his economy is looking pretty poor, I would imagine. Over here. Wonder if we can go in and out one more time there as well. No, we can't, so we'll leave that. If we look in here, we should find, so he's only producing 577, not in a good state. He's got devastation as well in there, or war weariness I should say, in there as well. So so that's wrecked the Savoyans a little bit as well. And I'm going to take a look at the taxation as well. Let's have a look at Amsterdam and see what that's doing. Might be able to tax it now. Should be able to. It's been untaxed for long enough. So it's exempted at the moment. We've got loads of growth in there, 38 per turn now. So if I exempt it from tax, we're going to get a 23 against a 38, so it's going to give us 15. We'll still be on a plus 15 is basically what I'm saying. So we're up to 825 that we can get out of the Netherlands now. I'm going to have a quick look. I'm talking about growth, of course, industrial growth. So have a look over now at the Americas. I might be able to take a look at their take a look at how much they're being taxed and see if we can reduce that a bit. If we can reduce it by 800 and something, it might be wise to do so. So we've got a lot of negative growth up here. Like you see, that's -3 there. Ultimately, our industries will go down and down and down and down in value. So we're at 5,780. If I reduce that, now, so from 5,700, we're about 5,000. So that's made up for the extra taxes in Amsterdam, and it's given me a +3 on there. If I were to look through all the others, it would show me the same, but a quick way to do it is to do a region check. So if we do the region check, look on there, you can see which ones are pluses, and if you look up there, they're all arrows going up now in terms of the economies. Before, all the American ones, the arrows were all going down. I don't know if you noticed that before. So by taxing Amsterdam, that's now sort of improved itself, I can now sort out the Americas and lower their taxes on there. Okay, so we'll see what the next round has got in store for us. It's the summer of 1739 going over to the winter of 1740. For those that are interested in knowing where we're at, we haven't gained any more places at the moment. We've got Bijapur, and we've got Hindustan, and we've got New York and Goa that we need to take. Somebody suggested that I get something else and trade it for New York, which I may well do actually. Other than that, all my targets are in India. This is a very lucrative place. I still intend to take it. I'll just show you that once again. It's been a while since we looked at that. So look at that. 2,500, just over 2,500 that's producing each turn. That's an income that I'd really like to have, but the Spanish have got some pretty big fleets, I'm afraid, around, and I don't want to be making an enemy of Spain at the moment when it can use those big fleets against me. So I am hanging on, really, I suppose, in a way, waiting for Spain to come and attack me. So just get back to the Americas before we end the turn. Just have a quick look at the situation again. I think all's as well as I can make it for now. I'm not expecting another attack from Savoy over against Paris because, of course, we're strangling his economy now. I expect, really, he should be wanting to reduce his armies. He's most likely, really, I would have thought, to want to attack here with some of his armies in order to lose some of his armies, you know, rather than disband them, which, you know, the AI won't do. Okay, so we're going to end the turn. This is my fleet, of course, coming back in, which I'm very pleased about. That means our most risky area is now virtually covered. Not by brilliant ships, but Sweden and Denmark seem to be at war with each other. So we don't seem to have too many troubles up there in the English Channel at the moment. Where's some wood that I can touch? I just did. Okay, we'll go through the British move and then I'll speed on to the other moves. It's really the Marathas that we're most concerned about now, unless something else significant happens, of course. Right, here are the significant ones. Single unit moving down. We see odd single units, don't we, coming down through India to reinforce various places. It looks like he's going to try and get me out of that port, doesn't it? Which is okay. We'll just blockade it next turn. It's not a problem. Same thing again here. That was the fishing fleet, I think. Fishing shipyard, whatever, harbour. Quite a build-up there. He's knocking me out of there as well. He's definitely not happy with me having his ports, is he? So see what he's got in mind. Large army coming down, but not attacking anybody. Well, not yet, but there's room for others to join them, I suppose. We shall see. Of course, another option for me when he's bringing these large armies down here is to take an army from Ceylon on a sloop and just drop it somewhere and take one of his more northern cities that's badly defended. Then he's got a problem because he's got less income and he's got to fight both to the north and south. Of course, it means I've got to defend both, but as long as I take somewhere that's got a nice fortress around it, I ought to be able to defend it. I haven't seen him build anything up in a concerted way yet in order to make an attack. Oh dear, what on earth is that? Now why didn't I see that? That's very odd, isn't it? I did a sweep up and down. I thought I'd covered everywhere, but I obviously hadn't done, to see what might be coming on. I was hoping to send my second raters over to, I'm just having a quick check down here now, see what he's attacking. Again, I think he's just still attacking the same industry that he always has done down there. Now here we go, I bet you this is to pop that fleet out. And then he's going to repair that port, if he can. Wouldn't surprise me if he hasn't got the funds to be able to repair that, you know. Now Württemberg obviously think that I'm weak enough to attack. We've got Westphalia and Bavaria as allies. Just have to hope that they don't join the war. So yes, we'll accept war with them. Means I've lost a trading partner, of course, at least one. And here he comes. Well, it's a very small army. He's not attacking me. In order to intercept there, I'd have to take everything on out in the open, and there's absolutely no way that I'm going to do that. So we're going to decline the attack. If he wants to come through, that's fair enough. We'll let him through. And here we are at the beginning of the turn, winter 1739. We've had an attack in Bellary, that's the one in the middle of India, so we'll not bother looking at that one. That's the large port that we were building in France, in Le Havre, of course.